Hey guys, it's Grizzly here, and welcome back to another Shadow Era commentary. Today we have my personal favorite champion, or he was until a massive losing streak, Boris Skullcrusher versus Majaya. So, two generally ally-focused heroes going at it, and pretty high-ranked game. Both these players are pretty respectably ranked, so I think we're in for a good match, provided they don't ask me to leave. So, while we wait, let's just discuss some basic stuff. Nope, go on. All right, great. Just so you guys know, before this match really gets going, I will be recording some tournament matches for the tournament that I think I've recorded San Domingo before. I've played against him or something. I will be recording some tournament matches from my guild tournament, the Guardians of Shadow Era. And that will be coming to you next week. So, exciting stuff. So we see Majaya start out with a Brutalist, a nice 1/4 cost 2, and a pretty solid starting monster. His high health means that he's resilient to anything with haste or any like a fire snake, like one of those early monsters. So he's a nice solid starting champ. He's also a great champion to build off of with some buffs or extra cards like an Elementalist buff or some like a Pack Alpha buff or something like that. He's a solid monster to build off. So we see Deathmage Thaddeus go down, a 0/4 cost 3, I believe, with the ability he will deal 1 damage to any hero or ally when he hits the field, and every turn he can use his special ability of dealing an extra 2 damage. And because that's not an attack, he cannot be counterattacked. So pretty volatile monster to have on the field early game. But we see Boris Skullcrusher almost has enough mana, or enough shadow energy to, I don't know why I said mana, but he almost has enough shadow energy to eliminate one of them. Don't forget, Boris Skullcrusher can use his special ability to wipe out any monster on the field that has a cost 4 or less. So Deathmage Thaddeus and Brutalist are both going to be on the chopping block. Chances are he'll go for Brutalist. Brutalist deals less damage. He can be counterattacked. And, he has the same amount of health as the Death Mage, so, that's my guess anyway. So we will see what our Majaya comes up with. You see Priest of the Light go down for Boris Skullcrusher, a 3/3 cost 3 that gives him 1 health and robs Majaya of 1 shadow energy. So that's going to rob her of the chance to instantly nuke that card with her special ability of dealing 3 fire damage and allowing her to draw a card. Unfortunately for the Priest of the Light, he is not going to be surviving past the turn because a combined attack from Brutalist and Deathmage is going to wipe him off the field. Even though it would have meant taking a little bit more damage, I would have recommended that Boris waited until his next turn, used an ability to take out the Deathmage, and then played Priest of the Light, which would have prevented the Priest from dying in 1 turn. So we do see Poison Gas go on the field. That is going to take. That's going to give the poison debuff to Boris, meaning he's going to take 1 damage per turn. Now, I mean, he's one of the highest. I think he is. Has the highest amount of health the champion can have. So it's not exactly like game over already, but it does hurt and it does add up. So we see Adon the Brave go out, and I think this is going to be the same kind of deal as I just said with Priest of the Light, where he's going to play Adon, get rid of Deathmage, and now it's just Adon versus Brutalist. And, I think we all know who's going to win that fight. The only problem is that Majaya next turn is going to be able to nuke Adon for 3 damage. So, I mean, that's the unfortunate part, unless Boris is hiding another Priest of the Light in his hand. So, we'll see what happens, I guess. Ooh, we see Infernal Gargoyle go down. 2/4 cost 3. Sorry about that. 2/4 cost 3, which and he has a 1 damage reduction towards all types of damage. So Adon is not going to be able to kill him so easily. Adon will only be able to deal him 2 damage per turn, and he has 4 health. And Brutalist is even worse with that 4 health. I don't know why that makes him worse. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's been a rough day for me. So, alright. So we'll have to see how Boris counters this. He does have 5 energy. We're going to start seeing stronger monsters come out. We see Berserker's Edge go down. A great card. Every time it deals damage to an opposing ally, or to an opposing anything, it gains an extra +1 attack power. So every time he attacks something, he's going to be able to hit harder. And it just sort of builds and builds. So now you see Berserker's Edge has an attack power of 2, which, it's pretty good, but unfortunately we are going to see Adon go down this turn. Now, it is going to take both Majia's special ability and Infernal Gargoyle's attack to wipe out Adon the Brave. So Boris will be spared for a turn. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. Adon had already been attacked by something. He was down to already 3 health, so Majia can just use her ability, and away goes Adon. Down goes another Infernal Gargoyle. So now we have 2 Infernal Gargoyles on the field, and that is just going to be a pain in the ass to deal with. That counterattack is going to deal 1 damage, and Boris is up to 3 damage on his Berserker's Edge. But it only has 2 durability left, so he does have to be careful about how he uses that. So Boris, not in a very good field position. He has no monsters out, a weapon that only has 2 attacks left on it, and 2 monsters against him that both take reduced damage. It's another 2 turns before he can use his special ability to to wipe either of them off the field. So right now, Majia's got a nice, comfortable position to build from. But we'll see. Sometimes, the craziest moves are the ones that do the best. So we see Blood Frenzy go down. That is going to deal an extra damage to Boris per turn, meaning he takes 2 damage every turn. But at the same time, he's going to draw an extra card. We see Zoe Silversmith go down, a card I do not see a lot of. I'm going to check that out real quick, except I can't. So I'll check it out on his turn. Alright, so we see Boris attack. Oh, it is Boris's turn. Alright, so we see Boris attack. He's going to not attack again. I really want to see what that Zoe Silversmith does. I believe she can buff her own attack power by using up resources, but I do want to check that just to be sure. And I will do that next turn. At any rate, she's a 2/4, so it would take both Infernal Gargoyles attacking her to kill her off. And, I mean, that is definitely a plausible idea. So I don't think that's all that far-fetched. Let's see what happens. I think we're going to see an attack here. Nope, Infernal Gargoyle going for Boris Skullcrusher. He counterattacks with his weapon, which brings Infernal Gargoyle down to 2 health, or 1 health, I'm sorry. But unfortunately, 1 is enough to survive. So we see Lightning Strike go down. That, of course, can deal 3 damage to 2 targets on the field, bringing Zoe down to 1 health, and I think now we're going to see Infernal Gargoyle just finish her off. Yep. Oh, and Zoe can buff a weapon on the field, so she could have buffed a future weapon of Boris's. That draw engine is helping him, but he is now at less than half health, which is just not a good position to be in versus anyone. I don't care what hero you're up against. And we do see the surrender. I think that was a little bit premature, but honestly, Majia she was leading pretty strong with those Infernal Gargoyles. So a good game, a quick game from both competitors. I want to thank both of them for being good sports and allowing me to record the game. I'd like to thank Wolven for creating such an awesome card game, as always. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and check out my other video series, A Noob's Journey. And I will see you guys next time.